Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Easy Chat English podcast. I'm Amelia.
And I'm Ethan. Thanks for joining us today. We have an exciting topic that we think you're really going to enjoy.
That's right. Today we're asking a big question. Do you like challenges?
Challenges are a part of life, right? They're everywhere, at school, at work, in relationships, and even in simple things like trying something new.
Absolutely. And whether you love them or hate them, challenges have a way of shaping who we are. So, in today's episode, we'll be sharing our own experiences with challenges and what we've learned along the way.
Plus, we'll teach you some useful English words and expressions to help you talk about challenges. So grab a notebook if you can, and let's get started.
Let's kick things off with a fun question. Do you like challenges, Ethan?
You know what? I think I do. There's something thrilling about pushing yourself and stepping out of your comfort zone. Like last year, I decided to train for a marathon.
A marathon? That's impressive.
It was definitely overwhelming at first. The training was tough, and there were moments I wanted to quit. But every time I ran a little farther, it felt like a small victory. And when I crossed the finish line, the sense of achievement was incredible.
I can imagine. I felt something similar when I tried stand-up comedy.
Comedy? That's a bold choice.
It was terrifying at first, but once I got a few laughs, it felt so rewarding. There's nothing like facing your fears and realizing you can do something you never thought you could.
That's such a great point. Challenges often give us a sense of achievement that we just can't get from easy tasks.
You know, it's interesting. So many people are afraid of facing challenges. Why do you think that is?
I think it's because challenges can feel intimidating. It's natural to fear the unknown, right? You don't know if you'll succeed or if you'll fail miserably.
Exactly. Nobody wants to fail or feel embarrassed, especially if they're taking on something in front of others. It's that fear of failure that stops a lot of people.
Totally. And let's be honest, challenges are hard. They push us out of our comfort zones, and that can feel really uncomfortable, even scary.
Oh, for sure. I remember when I tried stand-up comedy for the first time. My hands were shaking, my heart was racing. I just wanted to run off the stage.
I've been there. But you know what I've realized? That fear is actually part of the process. If something doesn't make you at least a little nervous, it probably isn't helping you grow.
That's such a good point. I think another reason people avoid challenges is that they don't want to deal with the pressure. It's easier to stay where things are safe and predictable.
Definitely. But staying in your comfort zone might feel safe. But it also means you're missing out on opportunities to learn, improve, and achieve something amazing.
So true. I guess it's about shifting your mindset, right? Instead of thinking, what if I fail? You could ask yourself, what if I succeed?
Yes, and even if you don't succeed, you still gain experience and learn something valuable. Challenges are scary, but they're worth it. So, Amelia, let's talk about the good stuff. What can we actually get from facing challenges?
Oh, there's so much. For starters, I think challenges give us confidence. When you overcome something tough, it's like you unlock this new belief in yourself.
Yes, it's that moment when you think, wow, if I can do this, I can do anything. It's so empowering.
Totally. And it's not just about confidence, it's also about growth. Challenges push us to learn new skills or discover things about ourselves that we wouldn't have known otherwise.
Exactly. I remember when I took on that marathon I mentioned earlier. It wasn't just about running. I learned how to manage my time, stay disciplined, and set realistic goals.
That's such a great example. And let's not forget how satisfying it feels to achieve something you've worked hard for. That sense of achievement is such a motivator to keep going.
Absolutely. Challenges might feel uncomfortable at first, but the rewards are so worth it. They help us grow, improve, and appreciate what we're capable of.
I couldn't agree more. So next time you're faced with a challenge, try to think about what you might gain from it instead of just focusing on the difficulty.
That's great advice. And honestly, every challenge is an opportunity in disguise. It's just waiting for us to rise to the occasion. Let's talk about attitude. How do you stay positive when facing a tough challenge?
For me, it's about focusing on the solution instead of the problem. When I hit a roadblock, I try to break it down into smaller, more manageable steps. It's like taking one bite at a time instead of trying to swallow the whole thing at once.
That's such a practical approach. I think resilience also plays a vital role when people encounter challenges. Resilience is the ability to bounce back after a setback and keep going, even when things don't go your way. It's about not letting failures define who you are or what you're capable of.
Totally. Challenges aren't just about testing your skills, they also test your mindset. Being resilient is so important, especially when things get tough.
Sometimes when I'm in the middle of a challenge, I remind myself that it's temporary and that I'll come out stronger on the other side. This mindset helps me to be resilient when I'm faced with a difficult challenge.
Exactly. Facing challenges with a positive attitude doesn't mean pretending they're easy. It means finding ways to keep moving forward, even when it's hard.
Well said. At the end of the day, a positive attitude can turn even the hardest challenge into a meaningful experience.
That's true. And let's not forget to celebrate small wins along the way. It gives you a sense of progress and makes the journey feel less overwhelming.
Great point. Those little victories can be so encouraging and can give us the motivation to keep pushing forward, especially when the bigger goal feels far away. That brings us to the end of today's episode. We hope you enjoyed our discussion and learned some useful English expressions.
Challenges can be tough, but they're also what make life interesting and meaningful.
I agree. Challenges may be hard, but they help us grow, learn, and discover what we're really capable of.
And how about you, listeners? Do you like challenges? We'd love to hear your thoughts and stories.
And if you have a story about a challenge you faced, share it with us. We'd love to hear from you.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on the Easy Chat English podcast.
Bye for now.